Cesar Robledo. Cesar's pathway is dynamic leadership, and his project, which is a level 3 elective called Inspire Your Audience. So let's get ready to get inspired tonight. He will be speaking for 5 to 7 minutes by way of introduction. As we've any of us that have watched him Caesar speak before, we know that he likes to speak about difficult and challenging topics. Tonight will be no different. The objective of his project is to develop and support a viewpoint and identify the most appropriate type of persuasive speech for his topic. And in this case, it's logic. That's what he's going to be focusing on for his speech tonight. By way of project introduction, this project will use pictures and logical arguments to support the physical evidence of a global flood. So his speech is called The Universal Flood. Robert will be evaluating his speech. And with that, let me invite Cesar Robledo to come and give his speech titled The Universal Flood.
Tonight, I'm going to tell you about an event that it was of so massive importance that forever changed the face of our world and humanity itself. It changed our climate, it changed our animals, it changed our fauna, it changed everything. This event is called the universal flood. Science, of course, will deny that this even existed. Those are just fables. They come up with theories and explanations. Then instead of answering questions, it gives us more questions. Instead of giving us answers, it generates more questions. It's very confused. Why do I care about this? Why do I want to talk to you about this? Because I believe that it will open your eyes. You will start to see the world in a different way than you normally see it. When we look around in the world, we only see the physical. We don't see the supernatural. But we are surrounded by the supernatural every single day. Are we flesh or are we spirit? Are we both? I keep you in my prayers. Obviously, you believe in something transcendent, supernatural. Where does love come from? What about logic? Where does logic come from? Reasoning. Why are we able to reason? Where does reason resides? We know science tells us it's in the brain, but is it? That's why it's important. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start with a video presentation and questions. How long does it take to create a fossil? Anybody can tell me? Does anybody know how long does it take to create a fossil? 24 hours, 1 day. We have led to believe that it takes years and years and hundreds and millions of years. 24 hours. The University of Bristol in the United Kingdom make experiments and create a synthetic fossil in the lab in 2018 in only 24 hours. What does it make a fossil? It's a creature, an animal, a living thing, and then rapid soil deposition, pressure, and heat. Those are the three elements that they are necessary to do a fossil. This fossil was created while the animal was still alive. It was not dead. It was alive. This fish was eating a fish when it came entombed into soil, rapid soil deposition, and then, of course, pressure and heat. How about this? This is a creature that was dead by mud asphyxiation, which means it was alive and it was overtaken by the mud. It couldn't breathe. Therefore, it died. Same thing. Notice how the neck is twisted and the mouth is trying to grasp for air. This is the fossil of two animals fighting. They were alive when this happened. When they became a fossil, they were alive. This is an artist rendering of what was happening when the mud covered them. And what happened? What made the mud happening? We believe it was the universal flood. These are just little details of what are the reasons why they know that these are two animals fighting. Now, every time you travel anywhere, you'll see this. It's called the horizontal layering deposition. It's very, very clear seen in the Grand Canyon. You can see how this is flat and how these lines are completely horizontal. But why are they horizontal? Why aren't they curved? Because it was a ton of water on top pressuring them. And the weight of the water is 62.4 pounds per square feet. Just the square feet, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, cubic feet. Cubic feet. Can you imagine if you have 2 miles on top of you? That's why it's flat. This is another one, horizontal layering. This is called the buttes. The same situation. Look at the horizontal, at the end and the horizontal. The horizon is exactly the same thing. Layering everywhere you go. How those were so well defined? Because pressure. Have you ever seen a hydraulic pressure? How it works? When it pressures, everything gets flat. More layering everywhere you go. This is called the ground bending. This is just rock. It is impossible to bend rock unless it was soft. When this happened, it was soft. These were taken at the Mulholland Highway. The same example. This is exactly the same example. The rock was still wet when it was moved. Rapid catastrophic erosion. That's the third element that proves the universal flood. You see how all the surface is flat, and then the water, when it was running out, as the Bible says, the water was receding. It just took all the eroded all the land in a catastrophic rapid erosion. When you see the Colorado River, didn't carve the canyon. It's the result of it. It's what is remaining of. All this, I believe, that when you look at it, you're not going to look into millions of years. You're going to see the world in a different way, and it will humble you. It will make you conscious that we live in a supernatural world which dominates half of our life. Thank you. And show my rock.